Hey everyone, this is Chris, but my friends call me Stones. Thanks for checking out my channel. Thanks for checking out my latest video. Wanted to do a what sold video really quick here. I normally don't do what sold videos, and there's a couple of different reasons for that. The main reason why I don't do what sold videos is because I pack things up as soon as they sell. If I hear that cha-ching and I'm available and I've got the time, I will pack that item up right away, and I drop things off to the post office every day. I ship every day. I have a 2-day handling time on most of my listings, but I choose most days to ship every day but Sunday, of course. I even make drop-offs at the post office on Saturdays. I just think it's good customer service. It's a good habit to get into. And also, I think the buyer appreciate it. Matter of fact, I get a lot of comments, I get a lot of positive feedback from buyers who say, wow, I got this much faster than I was expecting. It arrived much sooner than it was supposed to, so it's a good thing. Plus, it just is good in other ways, like it avoids confusion. If you have too many things you got to pack up, you can make mistakes, you can damage things, you can break things, you can ship the wrong items to the wrong people. So I just ship whenever I can, as soon as something sells, which means I don't have too many things sitting around for me to show off and say, this is what sold. But once I realized it was a holiday weekend, Monday being President's Day, and that the post office would be closed, I thought it would be a good opportunity for me to record a what sold video. So I held off on packaging anything up except for one item. That was packed up before I realized we had the holiday weekend and that the post office would be closed on Monday. So starting with this is a Sandy Lion brand memory book, scrapbook, whatever. It's Disney licensed. It has Mickey Mouse on the cover. It's just an album with blank pages in it. As far as the Disney is concerned, the Mickey Mouse, that's just the cover. There's nothing on the inside that says Disney. There's nothing on the pages. They're just blank pages. But I found these at my Goodwill for $3.50 a piece, I think it was. Maybe $3 a piece. I found two of them, identical ones. I guess the Disney branded ones are pretty rare, or they at least have some value. Unfortunately, when I got home, I put these into a bin of crafting supplies that I have, mostly Creative Memories type stuff. And when I put the lid back on the bin, the lid punctured one of these scrapbooks. So I had to throw it away, or maybe I donated it. I don't remember. But I still had one left, and I sold it for $39.54 with free shipping. Then down here, I have a melted popcorn plastic decoration. I've talked about these before in prior videos. It's weird because it seemed like the last year has been the year of melted popcorn plastic decorations. I found quite a few since last summer. Now, it isn't one of those things where you learn about it for the first time and then you start seeing it everywhere. I've always known about these. I've just never found them anywhere to buy them. And then all of a sudden, I just started seeing them time and time again at garage sales and yard sales. And now that the garage sales and yard sales are done for the winter, because I live in Northeast Ohio, I have found two so far in the bins at my Goodwill outlet. So this one is pretty rare because of the patriotic sleigh that Santa is in. I've sold the normal Santa Claus. He's in a black sleigh, silver blades on the sleigh. But this one seems pretty rare. When I looked it up, there was no active listings at the time, and I found this about a month ago in the bins at the Goodwill outlet, and I couldn't find any active listings. There was one sold listing for $40 plus shipping, I believe, maybe a little bit less. This one's slightly damaged. That's why the cardboard is over it. I just didn't want it to break any further. So the tip of this is slightly broke. And so I decided to raise the price and then even consider the damage. And it still sold for $49.54, free shipping. Now this one cost me probably without a box, it probably weighs less than a pound. So I probably paid about $1, maybe $1.25 for this. And again, $49.54. Now the problem with these is shipping them. Now they probably won't break. It's just a weird size, very thin, but I think it's like 16 by 16. So the last time I sold a set of these with Santa Claus, with the normal Santa Claus, it took me quite a big box, actually. So we'll see. Normally when you just ship one, you can sandwich it between two pretty strong pieces of cardboard, and that's good enough. But when you start selling more than that, two, three, four, a whole set of like six, of which is what I sold the last time when I sold all my Christmas ones together, that's when it gets a little bit more difficult. These are Paula Young wigs, partial wigs, full wigs, synthetic hair, real human hair. I pulled these out of the Goodwill outlet bins as well. I had these for a while. I've had a lot of interest, a lot of questions, people asking for additional photos. I've sent out offers on these. They wouldn't sell. They finally sold for my full asking price of $49.54. There's 5 of them. There's 4 bigger boxes and then the smaller box. Probably paid about $5 total, so maybe $1 a piece, maybe a little bit more, but $49.54 free shipping. I got this at a yard sale, just picked it up. I think it was $1, and that's a wall mount bottle opener with the Boston Red Sox. Kind of vintage looking. I don't know if it's actually vintage or not. Sold that for $17.54 free shipping. I showed this in my last video of all the things that I picked up at the Goodwill outlet the last time I was there. I talked about Honeywell, and I talked about how well the brand sells. A lot of their stuff has good price. Now, this one didn't end up being worth a whole lot because I think it's because it's non-programmable. If it was programmable, I think it would be worth more. But still look out for Honeywell. It seems like it's always at thrift stores. It's always at yard sales. I found quite a bit of it in the bins at the Goodwill outlet. So this sold for $14.54. I can slip it into a padded envelope. It's going to be less than £1. It's probably going to cost me $6 to ship. So I made a little bit of money. Hand sanitizer, something that I pulled out of the bins at the Goodwill outlet. There's a theme going on here, I guess. So one of the things that I've been seeing quite a bit, and I don't know if anybody else has, is I've been seeing a lot of COVID-related stuff, right? Seems like there's an overabundance of hand sanitizers, sanitizing wipes, masks. People are just getting rid of their stock, right? People stocked up on that stuff during the midst of the pandemic. Now everyone's getting rid of it. But what I noticed on this bottle of hand sanitizer was the brand. This is Pink Brand, which is the Victoria's Secret brand, if you know anything about that. So I wondered if there was any value on this, and there was. So this is the Fresh Coconut brand, which is discontinued, or the scent, I guess. Fresh Coconut scent. It's discontinued. I found 5 bottles of this at the Goodwill outlet in the bins. Everyone else skipped over it because they probably just thought it was normal hand sanitizer, which it is, really. But because this is Pink Brand, because it's discontinued, I've been selling these for $20.54 free shipping, and I have 5 bottles of that. So you're talking about over $100 gross. And I probably paid, they come in at under £1 when I put them in a box about this exact size. So I probably paid, I don't know, 75 cents a piece for them. And then we are going to another item that I want to talk about in another video. I want to talk about multi-quantity items that I find at the Amazon store, the Amazon bin store. And I found these at my Amazon bin store. I was actually just there today. I go every Tuesday. And I found these not last week, but the prior week. Now, I go on Tuesdays where everything's $2. I won't go through all the details with that. But I found a bunch of these for $2 a piece. And I saw the sell-through rate on them, and I saw the selling price on them. And so I listed them for, right now I have them listed for $26.54 free shipping. Now I had these listed for 10 days, and I was undercutting everyone else that had them listed, which there wasn't too many, to be honest. I had undercut the price by a decent amount, yet for 10 days, not a single one sold. Now, I'm going to do another video about algorithms, and I think there's a reason behind it. But I finally sold one on Sunday night around 9 o'clock. And then on Monday morning, I had sold a second one. And then later that morning, I sold two more back to back. And then I got suspicious, so I looked to see who bought two back to back, and it was the same eBay account, but being shipped to different people. So that is the sign of a drop shipper, which I have no problem with. And then I ended up selling two more this morning. So within 30 hours, I would say, maybe slightly more than 30 hours, maybe 35 hours, I sold six of them. So I think the algorithm kicked in for me and is now favoring me. And because of that, I've sold six in 30 hours or so. $26.54 free shipping. One ships for about $4.50. So with my cost of goods, I make about 20 bucks a piece on average on these. And that's without fees and all that stuff. But that being said, the other problem that I ran into is because there was no post office open yesterday, my repeat buyer, my drop shipper, sent me a notice this morning. He was kind about it, asking me when I was going to ship these. So that's why these are packaged up already. I put shipping labels on them so he would be happy. But I explained to him, I have a 2 to 3 day turnaround time on all my listings. And according to eBay, the ones that he bought on Monday didn't even have to go out until Wednesday. And then the ones that he bought this morning didn't even have to go out until Tuesday. But everything's going to go out anyway. So there you go. And then this just sold today as I was getting ready to record this video. And this is, again, another thing that I found in the Goodwill bins. The bins at the Goodwill outlet. Now, these are those grow toys, those little plastic toys, rubber toys that you throw in water. And after like a half a day, they get really big in size. I didn't buy these all at once. I keep on finding these in the bins. And as I found them, I just kind of threw them in a box. And once I had a bunch of them, I put them together. And I sold those for $19.54 free shipping. I think it's still going to be under £1. So probably I paid a total $1.25 for all of them. It's going to cost me maybe $6 to ship. So $10 profit, something like that. And the very last thing, I posted this on my Instagram page yesterday, and then Kevin, the Commonwealth Picker, shared it on his story. So these are the old vintage, mid-century modern table trays, folding table trays. Really popular in the 1970s, in the 1980s. I bought these at a local Goodwill for, I think, $8 or $9. I thought they were brand new because they were still in the box. When I looked at them really quick, they looked pretty brand new. All the packaging was inside. When I got home, I realized that they were used, but very, very gently used, pristine condition, and very, very favorable design. So the design on this is called Avocado Harvest. And of course, anything avocado right now is really hot. So I took a guess on these and I listed them for $139.54, and they sold within 5 days. So good turnaround on those. Be out on the lookout for these to find them in good condition, to find all of them, set of 4, set of 2 or whatever, and to find a design on them that is kind of desired right now is really hard to do. So if you find them, pick them up. I have found trade tables at an estate sale, bought them. They were junk. I ended up throwing them away. They were nasty. I shouldn't have bought them, but these sold for a great price. So thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.